Hey, congratulations, ladies.
Thank
Now,
you.
I can't tell the difference between the both of you, so why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves first to the camera?
I'm Veronica. I'm Vanessa, and we're the Merrell Twins.
Well, hey, congratulations for being here at VidCon. I mean, this is so exciting. Tell us about your presence here at VidCon this year.
Wow, our presence here at VidCon, we've been coming to VidCon 10 plus years now. So, yes, we're OG. We've been going for a long time.
We're pros at VidCon, but this year and usually at other VidCons, we come here, we do meet and greets to meet our fans, we do panels, and on our panels we either answer questions or we give advice about our YouTube journey and give advice to other creators or people who are trying to become creators. It's just a really great way to connect with other YouTubers and influencers, and it's just a really good time.
And a great way to connect with our fans too. We get to meet them and have a meet and greet, and so that's always really fun too, to see everyone. And usually we see a username, so the fact that we can see a face to the username, it's so special. Yeah.
That sounds excellent. So tell us about your brand. How do you describe your brand out today as a creator?
I would say our brand is lifestyle and family-friendly comedy. Yeah, we've been doing YouTube for 10 plus years again.
11 years.
11 years. So we've been at the game for a long time.
Yeah, we've started when we were 16, so now we're almost 28, so whatever math that is. But yeah, our brand is just fun, lighthearted content. We do challenges, funny skits, we vlog, we also live stream, we play video games, we cook live, we do it all.
Yes.
So 11 years ago, what actually inspired you two to actually do this and even do it together?
Well, 11 years ago, YouTube was so different. It was just like we loved watching content creators on the platform, so we wanted to do what they were doing, but we also saw YouTube as an opportunity to put ourselves out there. We were going on auditions here in California, not booking anything because we didn't have experience. So how are you supposed to book something if you don't have the experience? So we were like, you know what, let's make our own experience, and we were like, our YouTube channel can be our online resume. So that was also a very main reason why we started our channel and keep consistent posting.
Yeah, just a place to showcase what we can do, like sing, act, be funny, host, whatever we could put on there. We were like, hey, TV shows, put us on your show, but that never happened. And which is okay. Eventually it did later on, but YouTube took off and it became our main thing. And so we're so happy to even be here today after 11 years,
Tell us about the evolution of yourselves after 11 years.
Yeah.
What did you start, and what did you actually expect, and what did you actually became?
Wow.
When we started,
we were 16
and we didn't expect anything. We didn't even know you could make money off of YouTube. It was so quiet. Creators did not talk about how much money they made. So when we made our first, check that was the amount that our mom was making at her normal job, we were like, wow, is this something that we could make into a job for us? Could we make a living off of YouTube? And little did we know, yeah, you can. And so doing it all these years, it's been our livelihood. We've made it into a business now, and we didn't ever see it becoming like this. We didn't ever see us having 6 million subscribers. It was just more we just want to make fun videos. Right. So, but nowadays when people start YouTube, they have a plan because it's just such a different world. They want a certain amount of followers. They want to make money. They want to be a creator and make it their living off of that. So it was just a very different time for us. It was kind of like a happy accident.
Yeah, and being 16 and now we're almost 28, so we've definitely grown with the platform as well. We've seen it go through so many transitions of just the algorithm changes, just what content is popular, and so we're both married now, so we've seen our followers and subscribers grow with us, so it's been a really fun journey.
How tough is this industry, really? Because you've been around for 11 years, but for if someone new wants to do something like this, is it really, really that tough, or is it still pretty easy to penetrate?
I think it's both. It's easy and it's really hard because long form content is a lot harder for most people, but the short form content is a lot easier for people to get viral and get noticed very quickly. But to sustain and keep the long form content going and to have people watch that can be a little bit challenging for some people. So
Yeah, getting people engaged in the long form content is a bit harder nowadays because people's attention spans are like, it went from here and then now it's this big. But I mean, it just really depends on the content that people are making, you know. I think it's easier to go viral on shorter form versus like longer form now. But back in the day, most people who started YouTube kind of took off because there wasn't a lot of creators on the platform at that time.
Now, how do you two keep your relationship? Well, obviously, keep your relationship for so long, all your life, but you know, to constantly making and creating videos, you know, week after week.
right, yeah.
Let's see. So because we're family, I think it just depends on what we grew up with, a very strong family, just values, and our parents taught us to get along, so we get along with each other very naturally. I know that's not the case for a lot of other siblings or other twins, but for us, it's always been very easy to work together. I think over the years, you know, doing this so long, you can experience burnout or, you know, frustrating things when it comes to like learning how to run a business and stuff. And we included our family as well. So our mom and dad, they also help us. We also hire other people to help us figure all of it out. So I think getting other people involved has helped our relationship be us to still remain good sisters,
Right.
but also good business partners too.
Yeah, I think there definitely is an understanding of like what's sisterly and what's business.
Yeah.
You
have to define that.
I have to choose a different word than that, but
Businessy. We're businessy girls.
and sister-y. Oh my gosh.
Now, and you know, obviously we're at VidCon, and a lot of people want to be video content creators. So how do you stop that burnout yourself? Because you know, you've been at this 11 years.
Yeah. I think burnout it's easy to come across, but it's also really easy to find inspiration. There's people experience burnout in different ways. It's like creating the content or coming up with the ideas. For me, I experience burnout more so with the ideas because I love doing this. I love making videos. We love making content together. So whenever I do kind of burn out, I just kind of do a nice like, okay, let me take a step back, and then I go back into what's trending, what's popular, what are other people doing, maybe we could do that
In our own way.
in our own way, and like how can I make this my own. And for me that's how I kind of go past the burnout. And
Well, and recently for me, I've had just like some life changes of like moving into a new home, which is top 10 most stressful things to do in life, right? And so my creativity has just been at like the all-time low. I have no creative ideas at the moment because I'm so overwhelmed with life going on outside of YouTube. So for us, and for me, what's helped to overcome the burnout is having my sister be there for me to come up with ideas and say, I got you, here's some ideas, let's film these things. And it's helped me get back on my feet. And I think getting other people involved in your business, in your videos, in like the creative side of it, getting other like ideas, that can help with burnout as well. Because, you know, there comes a point where you run out of ideas or you run out of the stamina and you're like, I don't know what to do. So having someone there to help, even if it's just one other person, can make the biggest difference in the world.
even just talking about it with the people around you, even if they're not in it, like, you know, just like, hey, like, got ideas? What are you seeing trending on your For You page?
So your inspiration comes from anywhere and at any time. Then.
Pretty much, yeah. Everywhere.
We're always watching like TikToks, shorts, YouTube videos, and looking on Instagram for all ideas, you know, because most content is just recycled nowadays, which there is original content out there, but a lot of it is recycled. And I think the key to creating content that is unique is making it yourself. So taking an idea that maybe someone else has done and saying, okay, how can the Merrell Twins
Twinify it.
yeah, how can we make it our own video and put our brand in this idea to where it's not copying it someone, it's literally just us doing an idea that's really fun, and it's been Merrellified.
Well said. And in the sake of like mental wellness, which is paramount in this industry, how do you handle mental wellness and your fandom yourself?
I will say, like, it can get tough, Sometimes you'll read comments that aren't the most pleasant to read, and it can really get you down. And I've definitely had my fair share of that, but I just talk about it. I talk about it with my sister, I talk about it with my husband, I talk about it with my parents. Like, that usually helps me get through it, because sometimes these people are commenting just random stuff, either to get noticed or just to cause a reaction. So after doing it for 11 plus years, you get to understand that, but it's still kind of hard sometimes. So with that, it's just important to focus on your mental health, blocking out certain words, which all the platforms allow you to do that, which is a big plus. That way you just don't see certain things, because sometimes we just don't need that, right? So that it's important to protect your mind, and if there's ways to prevent that, you definitely should do that.
Also therapy. Therapy helped me a lot. But also, like, reading a comment and then being honest and like telling my husband, I read this comment today and it really just bummed me out, and he can be like, that's not true, like, don't let that bother you. And it's just a very like easy, you're right, it isn't true. I don't know why it's bothering me so much, because there's just these trolls out there trying to bring other people down to make themselves feel better. So it's just kind of a part of life, because haters happen in real life too, with the people we know in our own circles and stuff, but they're just not as disguised as haters online. So that's just kind of how you have to deal with negative people and negativity in your life, is you have to realize something's going on with that person and they're feeling better by bringing you down. So whatever you can do to cope with that, and maybe be nice back to them or just ignore it. There's just many ways to go about it, but therapy is good.
Therapy does sound pretty good. Now, you started off in acting. Has that actor's life, that chapter, has been closed off?
I wouldn't say it's closed, but it's not as a priority as much. When we were younger, we really, really wanted to be on TV shows and like have our own TV show, and it's just, we have so much control in our own content, whereas if we worked with a studio or a production company, we lose a lot of creative control. So with our brand and what we put out there, we have all the creative control in the world. And so that's something that we really cherish and important to us and important for us to protect. So although it is nice when we get like auditions and stuff and simple roles, it's not as priority anymore, but we've definitely had some really great moments in our acting career with our the shows we've been on.
Because we've been on Jane the Virgin, we were in some movies, but that also was like with the help of our YouTube following and stuff, which is crazy to think about, that nowadays even auditioning for shows and movies and anything like that, having a following online helps you maybe potentially book a role, when back in the day it was really based off talent. Not that people are not talented, but you know what I mean. It's just also a different world now because of social media. But everything that we did acting-wise has been super fun, and definitely just doing a little pause right now and figuring out YouTube and life and what's next for us,
and moving into a home.
Moving into a home that had mice, but my cat caught a mouse, so they're gone now.
All of them?
He caught two, but we haven't seen any since, so we're good. I think they're gone.
Well said. And I'm just curious. Would you ever consider filmmaking yourself, since you have so much experience making videos?
Oh yeah, we've definitely wanted to branch out into that world, and we have in the past reached out to production companies to try to produce movies. It's just really hard because what we've received back, like the feedback that we have gotten, is that we need to be the stars of a show, since we're the ones with the following and the fame. Like that's what's going to make like a movie or a show popular. And so it's been a bit of a challenge because we want to create stories that don't involve us, but how are we supposed to like make the story sell and stuff if these companies are saying we need to be the stars? So it's been a bit of a journey and a struggle, so we're still trying to figure all of that out, but hopefully one day we'll get there. I know other creators are doing it, so it's giving me hope. I think we'll see more creators in the future actually creating films that they're not in, but they're like producing or directing, and I think that would be awesome to see more creators do that, or even us do that.
Yeah, we definitely could. There's the potential there.
It's just finding the right partner
and a budget.
Yeah.
That is always true. Well, let me wrap it up with one last question. So where do you see yourselves in 11 years?
Ooh, 11
gosh.
years.
11 years. Not 10, 11.
Honestly, I would love to still be making videos, making content on YouTube, maybe making a production, like a film or something.
Really
Hopefully,
having a production company at that time.
Yeah,
have
doing
a
something.
family.
Maybe a family.
Kids.
You never know. I remember being asked this question like 10 years ago, and I would have been so excited to know that I was still making content on YouTube and like all the social platforms that we have now. So if I can still be doing that, that'd be great, because it's so fun, and it's so fun growing with everyone on the platform too.
Agreed. She said it perfectly.
Well said. Go ahead and wrap it up with advertise all your socials.
Okay. All right. You can check us out on Merrell Twins on YouTube. You can also go to Instagram, Twitter, or now it's X. My bad. X, TikTok, Merrell
Snapchat.
Twins.
It's all
Snapchat.
Merrell Twins.
Yes.
We'll make it easy for you.
All right. Hey, congratulations. Let's have fun. Especially, I know you're going to have a big Saturday night here at VidCon too.
Yes, we're so
hosting
excited.
the prom. Yes,
Yes,
it'll
the
be
Twitch
really
prom.
fun. We love coming here every year.
The theme is Techno Prom.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Techno.
All right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.